Yeah, it's the muscle right above my hips, Sean. I just can't use my leg.
After becoming just the second man to become undisputed world champion at 2 different weights in the 4-belt era. The deal was signed. Both men had agreed. TJ the Power Doheny was next. Never stopped in his career. The Power deleted his last 3 foes before the 5th round, usually with a vicious, well-timed left hook, even destroying the Japanese Kazuki Nakajima on his rise. With a 77% knockout rate, Doheny undoubtedly had the scare of knockout more than any other fighter Inoue had ever faced. But this was undisputed. After that back-and-forth battle against Luis Neri, Inoue was chasing greatness, a second defense of his unified super bantamweight titles. But first, he had to bulldoze the man in front of him. This is fighting his art. Let's go. Naoya the Monster Inoue, having sent all his bantamweight rivals to the Shadow Realm and unifying all belts at the division, stepped up a new weight class to super bantamweight, where the Monster crushed the division's king Stephen Fulton to win half of the belts, then unified all his belts in a brutal showing against Marlon Tapales. In just 6 months, the Monster scored the first defense of his unified super bantamweight titles in that war against Luis Neri. Then, for September of 2024, Inoue was booked against arguably the most dangerous puncher in the division, TJ Doheny. For a long time, Doheny was the forgotten man. Having only won the IBF Flyweight Championships, the Irish Power secured 3 wins in Japan to earn a shot against the Monster. Doheny, in the biggest fight of his life, wanted Inoue's super bantamweight titles and hoped to land the final knockout, which Luis Neri failed to do in Naoya's last bout. Finally, at the Ariake Arena in Tokyo, Japan. From the walkout, the Japanese resembled a night monster, exemplifying in his attitude that he had come to put a villain-like beating on his opponent. But the Irish fighter was undefeated, 4-0 in Japan. The battle had a twist that nobody expected. Once the bell rang, Doheny acted cocky with his hands down. But shortly, he became a human punching bag. Inoue abandoned his jabs and attacked with big right hands.
Okay.
But the Irish Power, with a 77% knockout rate, possessed a vicious left hook that could shut the Monster's lights. The Monster soon increased the tempo to the adulation of the Tokyo arena. It shortly became a chess match in the center of the ring. With each shot, the Monster came close to finding Doheny's power button. And the muscle-bound foe was now looking for a 5th corner of the cage to hide. The Irish tried his luck to terminate the pressuring Monster with his insane left hook. But Inoue studied his timing and was now countering counters with counters. It was obvious, Doheny was sitting on a time bomb. Stunning him with clean right hands. The monster's shots were smudging Doheny's bald head from all angles. But the power TJ came back, reinvigorated. But unknown to him, his death note had been signed, sealed, and would soon be delivered. The monster added extra torque to his punches, almost like Doheny's attacks had woken up his killer instincts. Big body shots was the start of the demolition. But Doheny complained to the referee, looking for a way out. Well, he was stuck in the ring with the monster, and he soon realized it was a do-or-die affair. Inoue missed slightly with a big right that could have sent Doheny straight to the Shadow Realm. But the shots that followed were way more brutal. The monster was not shy of eating Doheny's bombs, just to land the finishing shots. And he showed Doheny true power. At the start of round 7, a wild combination of body shots made Doheny clutch his back like a grandma, then take a knee, signaling the end of the fight. Naoya had given Doheny forced body reconstruction, and he struggled to walk back to his corner. In Mike Tyson's own words, he had broken his spinal corner and would need an urgent trip to the surgeon. Having taken several punishing body shots from the 4-weight world champion, the Irishman appeared to signal he had injured his hip, with Inoue declared the winner by technical knockout.
It's the muscle right above my hip, Sean. I just can't use my leg.
All of a sudden felt the leg go dead, right?
Right leg. I tried to push off. When I come back out, I tried to push off, and I went, nah.
Yeah, you could see it then.
The monster's left body shot literally traveled straight through TJ's ribs and shattered his back. Disappointed with the win, Inoue looked like someone just took a shit in his living room. That night, Inoue blew Doheny's back out. But we can all agree the injury saved TJ's brain. Another 2 rounds would have been an extreme health hazard, as Inoue was only just turning it up. Victory means Inoue has won all 24 of his world title fights, having held belts at light flyweight, super flyweight, bantamweight, in addition to super bantamweight. Inoue in title fights has improved to 23 wins in only 28 fights, with 21 knockouts. Inoue, who became the undisputed super bantamweight champion in December, is just the second man after American Terrence Crawford to become undisputed world champion at 2 different weights in the 4-belt era. The monster has since defended his super bantamweight titles 2 more times. When he faced Kim Yi-jun, Kim tried to show off his toughness by beckoning Inoue to attack, inviting the devil himself. Like something out of a movie, Inoue released a beautiful but terrifying barrage that floored Kim and took him out of commission. Antonio Nieves. However, we're going back in time now to revisit another moment when Inoue faced a cocky American. Walking to the ring, the American exemplified in his attire the country he had come to represent.
Antonio Nieves, Cleveland, Ohio product, Puerto Rican roots.
While Inoue dressed like an executioner of the Dark Ages.
In the past to pull this off.
Much better. There he is, now
The Japanese superstar was making his American debut and was attempting to defend his WBO super flyweight title for what would be an impressive 6th time. From the opening bell, Inoue studied his arrogant opponent before unleashing his arsenal.
per round of any top fighter in the world, exceeded only by Gennady Golovkin. And that, of course, underlines the fact that power is often set up by the jab.
Absolutely. I think he hides the power behind the jab, like you just mentioned, so that's definitely an asset.
Landed a right hand to begin the fight. Behind the jab on a classic 1-2. There's the cut. Nieves is quite aware that he's up against a guy who's regarded as a monstrous talent. He said, of course, exactly what he's supposed to say. That represents a great offense.
I just don't know if he can translate that physically.
Tries to deliver the body. Inoue did a great job, a series of punches of his own.
Watch, Inoue tries to set his stuff up, and Nieves feints and
Hard left hand by Nieves.
right, tries to punch with Inoue to get his shot in there first. Nieves is where Inoue has had his way so far, so he wants to make him uncomfortable.
In the second round, to cheers from the American audience, Inoue converted rhythm to strikes and started to land damaging shots.
At times, Inoue has been a little bit wide. But you can see the force that Inoue...
He unshipped a huge right hand behind the guard and followed with a crunching left to the body.
Yet from Inoue in this round. Now he goes downstairs and comes back up and fires to Estrada. It was having his feet flat on the canvas and maximizing the power in his punches. Nieves with that hard right hand off the jab. Nieves trying to come back with some body shots. Inoue just standing in, looking, waiting, and he launches again.
Nieves tried to return fire with fire in front of his home crowd.
When one guy is coming up from below the flyweight division, and the other guy is coming down from the 122 pounds.
But the monster had won the American fans over, finishing the round with powerful left hooks that left the Cleveland native looking like a decade-old punching bag.
Right hand by Inoue drives Nieves back just a little bit. Left hand to the body, placement rather than power. Now combinations.
In the third round, the 24-year-old Inoue switched to turbo mode and crushed his foe with huge combinations to the head and body.
Round 3 of a schedule 12. You can see that Harold Letterman, unofficially, not surprisingly, has Naoya
in that last round, and he wants to test him to see how hurt he still is.
You see why he's called the monster. When a guy has fast hands to the opponent.
He just did something you occasionally see Gennady Golovkin do. He saw the target and adjusted the arc of the punch as it was traveling through the air to give it a little bit lift over the top and get it down to the base. Now there's a perfect uppercut.
Ability to avoid punches and doesn't always use kind of classic technical defense.
Inoue was intent on showing to the American audience that he is not to be taken for granted.
It will be a problem down the stretch if he continues to fight in his early to mid-30s. He'll have to make those adjustments.
When he throws it.
Oh, and it sets up power shots like that, which are discouraging to Nieves, even if it wasn't his plan to do so.
Absolutely.
He's a pick-em-tight puncher until he gets his guy hurt. I think Inoue has to put Nieves away here in this round or next, because it's a lopsided fight.
In the fifth round, successive hooks sent Nieves to the canvas, and it was at this point that he realized he was paying for his trash talk.
He's trying to find somewhere to hide in the ring, and he can't find it. Taking him down, gets him into position there where he can face him and lands a body shot on an authority.
1 or 2 more of those, he could end this fight, Jim. Right there, and here Inoue has him ready to go to the body. Yep, there it is.
The American returned to his feet and managed to survive a minute of stinging body shots.
Took to the body if you're Inoue.
Exactly. On the band of the body right now. He'll protect the head, but the body can't move.
And there's another one. Nieves ready to change anything. Another left hook to the body. Inoue listening to what Max Kellerman and Andre Ward say. Another left hook to the body. Another left hook to the body. Inoue
throwing 1 hook at a time, and what Andre did against...
The one-sided domination continued in the 6th round, as Inoue, displaying an aura of invisibility, walked down Nieves.
Damaging thing to do. Like, why does he need to keep taking those?
This is where you see a little bit of inexperience from Inoue, only having 13 fights. Good right hand right there.
The right to the body, and Nieves looked at him like, wait a minute, you're allowed to do that.
Another left hook to the body. Listen to the sound when those left-hand body shots land. That is
and took his chance to mock his enemy for his trash talk.
To his side right there. That's why you got to switch it up. If you want that shot, you got to go away and then come back to it.
And with the chance to put on a show now, Inoue is doing so. In the ring. Come to me. Come to me. I'm ready for the knockout right now.
The referee has to keep a close look on Nieves in a minute to the head, and it's only going to get worse as this fight progresses. Big
right hand to the body.
From Inoue right.
What a vicious shot.
Did Nieves need the...
After the ringing of the bell, Nieves' corner didn't want to go to jail for malpractice, so they rightfully decided their fighter had taken enough punishment.
Where trainer Joseph Delguide has a decision to make. And he has made the decision.
The conclusive damage to the head and body of Nieves could cost him long-term damage, so saving him some years of fighting was the smart decision.
Another left to the body to finish the round.
In the end, Nieves realized that Inoue deserved his reputation as the monster and learned a lesson on how not to overlook fighters from other nations.
And still undefeated and still the reigning and defending WBO Super Flyweight Champion of the World, Naoya Monster!
How high do you rank the TJ Doheny fight among Inoue's best performances? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, then subscribe to our channel and check out our other videos about Inoue. Don't forget to like,